Now, many of you know that I'm a big fan of leaning on protein as a foundational building block for a healthy, balanced diet. But today we're going to shift gears and shine the spotlight on another key component of a healthy diet that doesn't usually get a lot of love, and that is fiber. Fiber is a super powerful nutrient that plays a big role in overall health, especially when you're trying to lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. But what exactly is it? How much do you actually need in a day? And how can you increase your fiber intake without leaning on powders and supplements? That's exactly what we're going to chat about in today's video. But first, if we have not met, I'm Danny Spies. I'm an eating psychology and weight loss coach and the founder of Clean and Delicious, where we make healthy eating easy, delicious, and doable. Thanks so much to LMNT for sponsoring this video. LMNT is a delicious electrolyte company who was specifically designed for people who want to focus on a more whole food, less processed approach to healthy eating. And I'm going to share more on them in just a bit. So what exactly is fiber? Well, it's a plant-based carbohydrate that your body can't digest. And this is what makes it so beneficial. Unlike other carbohydrates that break down into sugar, fiber passes through your digestive tract mostly intact, and this offers a host of benefits. It helps to keep you feel full and satisfied. It supports digestion, helps to balance blood sugar, and it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. And if that's not enough, fiber also supports heart health, and it helps the body to naturally detoxify by keeping things moving smoothly and efficiently. How much fiber do we actually need? Well, most health experts recommend that women have a baseline of 25 grams of fiber in a day, and men aim for a baseline of 38 grams of fiber in a day. But most people don't even get half of that, which is why I'm sharing some of my favorite whole food options to increase your daily fiber intake. Remember, fiber is a plant-based carbohydrate, so you want to be thinking fruits, veggies, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. So the first high fiber food that I eat on a daily basis is berries. While all berries have the benefit of being lower in sugar and high in fiber, specifically raspberries and blackberries are where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. 1 cup of raspberries delivers 8 grams of fiber for just 65 calories, and blackberries are just a hair below that, delivering 6.5 grams of fiber for just 60 calories. And berries are so easy to work into your diet. You can enjoy them fresh or frozen and simply eat them as is, or you can sprinkle them on top of a yogurt bowl. You could add them on top of some cottage cheese breakfast toast, toss them into overnight oats or chia pudding. You could put them in your favorite salads or use them as a base for a smoothie. One of my personal favorite go-to no-brainer smoothie recipes is this. Into a blender, I'm going to add 1 cup of frozen berries. I'm going to do a half a cup of raspberries and a half a cup of blackberries here. A big handful of baby spinach, a scoop of your favorite vanilla protein powder, and then if you really want some high fiber bonus points, add in a few teaspoons of chia seeds as well. Then 1 cup of milk, any type of milk you have or love works. You're gonna end up with a 2-minute meal that is absolutely delicious, packs in 30 grams of protein, 14 grams of fiber, and literally tastes like a milkshake. It is so good. High fiber food number 2 is chia seeds. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds packs in 5 grams of fiber, and they are also loaded with heart healthy fats. And that combination of healthy fats paired with fiber, it's a really great formula for helping you to feel full for a longer period of time. So that's obviously a fantastic tool if you're working towards weight loss goals. Plus, adding chia seeds to your diet is a very easy thing to do without feeling like you need to overhaul your entire diet. You can, again, add them into your favorite smoothie. The one I just showed you is perfect. Sprinkle them over a bowl of oatmeal or some yogurt. Make some chia seed pudding, or you can have some fun and make my oatmeal raisin energy bites with chia seeds or my chocolate raspberry chia drops. So many delicious options. High fiber food number 3 is fairly surprising. Did you know that 1 medium-sized avocado packs in 10 grams of fiber? And for those of you who like a visual, this right here is a medium avocado. It's 225 grams. Avocados are also very rich in heart-healthy fats. So again, you're getting that combination of the fiber and the healthy fats. And if you pair that up with some protein, you've got yourself a winning combination. And I think what's important to note is that you don't always have to make a fancy recipe to get these nutrient-dense, high-fiber foods onto your plate. I mean, one of my personal favorite breakfasts that I make on a weekly basis and takes just minutes to make is I will toast up some sprouted raisin bread, then I'll mash some avocado over the top of that, add some scrambled eggs or egg whites, and then finish that with some everything bagel seasoning. It is so simple, it's so delicious, and it makes a fantastic, well-balanced breakfast. You can also swap in avocado for mayonnaise when making chicken salad or egg salad. You could make a simple salsa with your avocado, some guacamole, or you can get wild and crazy and make some chocolate avocado brownies or some chocolate avocado pudding. But let's not forget that avocado is probably most delicious when simply sprinkled with a little bit of sea salt and eaten with a spoon. So good. Okay, high fiber food number 4 is broccoli. Just 1 cup of broccoli packs in 5 grams of fiber. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of tough love here and tell you, if you think you don't like broccoli, you probably just haven't learned to prepare it the right way, because it's so delicious and it's so versatile. You could add it to an egg casserole or to a quiche. You can roast it up with other vegetables. It's delicious sauteed with some garlic and olive oil. You could use it as a base for a broccoli soup, or you can make a broccoli and apple salad. But again, let's also not overlook the simplicity of working some of these foods into your diet, right? I love to just cut up some of my favorite raw veggies and then I'll create a Greek yogurt dipping sauce. I love this blue cheese dressing here. I'll link it for you guys down in the description box below. Or I also am a big fan of simply steamed broccoli. I do think steaming really doesn't get enough love. I love to just steam up some broccoli. This also works really well for cauliflower or Brussels sprouts, which are also rich in fiber as well. And then I just top it with some fresh lemon juice, some good quality sea salt, and a really lovely extra virgin olive oil over the top. It's super simple, but it's absolutely delicious. And again, a really easy way to boost your fiber intake. Okay, 4 down and 6 to go, but first I want to share more on today's sponsor, LMNT. LMNT is my go-to favorite electrolyte company that I lean on to help me feel energized and hydrated throughout the day. LMNT contains a science-backed balance of sodium, potassium, and magnesium to help replace lost electrolytes, which is especially important as we head into the hotter months of the year. When we sweat, we lose both water and electrolytes, so replacing them can really help you to feel clear and energized and hydrated and overall just feeling your best. Now, a lot of people don't realize it, but common signs of electrolyte deficiency include headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, and sleeplessness. And I know for myself, I just feel better when I am adding these electrolytes to my water. It is as though I can feel my cells absorbing the hydration. And I know that might sound crazy, but I'm just telling you that that has been my experience. And I have very excited news, because right now, for a limited time, LMNT is offering a brand new flavor that is absolutely delicious. It's called lemonade salt. It tastes like a light, refreshing glass of lemonade without the food dyes or the added sugars or any of the other weird ingredients. It's salty, it's tart, it's super refreshing. It's basically like summer in a bottle. And it's quickly become my new favorite flavor. So good. And right now, LMNT is offering everybody in the Clean and Delicious community a free sample pack with any purchase. That's 8 single serving packets for free with any LMNT order. So this is a great opportunity to try all of their flavors, because I'm telling you, they're really all so good. So if you were to buy a box of the lemonade salt, you would get this free sample pack along with it. Now you can get yours at drinklmnt.com/Danny Spies. And again, you can only get that with my link. So I'm going to leave it for you down in the description box below, but it's DRINKLMNT.com/Danny Spies. High fiber food number 5 is lentils. Lentils are insanely high in fiber. 1 cup of lentils delivers 15 grams of fiber. So that's more than half of your daily needs if you're a woman, and nearly half of your daily need if you are a man. Plus, lentils are very convenient and they're very inexpensive. You can buy them dried, you can buy them steamed, you can buy them in a can. I mean, we've got lots of options when it comes to lentils. And again, they're very versatile. versatile. You can make a lentil soup, you can make a lentil salad, or you can have some fun and swap out traditional hummus, which would use a chickpea, and swap in lentils instead and make a lentil hummus. So good. And speaking of chickpeas, number 6 on our list are garbanzo beans, which are also chickpeas. They go by both names. Garbanzo beans, chickpeas. Now, 1 cup of chickpeas delivers 12 grams of fiber. And chickpeas are so fun to eat. While you can buy them fresh and make them yourself, most people, or at least I should speak for myself, just buy them in a can because they're super convenient and very versatile. You can add them into your salads. You can make a homemade hummus, so easy, or you can make a really fun crunchy snack and roast them up in the oven. I love to use these as croutons and sprinkle them on top of a salad. Our next high fiber food is leafy greens. I am a big fan of leafy greens and finding really easy ways to work them into my diet because leafy greens are one of the most missing foods in the American diet. And the beautiful thing about leafy greens is that there's so many to choose from. And of course, different greens have different fiber content. So for example, baby spinach has about 4.5 grams of fiber per cup, where arugula is more like 1 gram of fiber per cup. And then you've got something like collard greens that has over 5 grams of fiber per cup. And when you look at the energy density of leafy greens compared to the nutrient density, you see that for very few calories, you get a lot of nutritional bang for your buck. So in my opinion, leafy greens are a really smart way to not only add more fiber to your diet, but to add more vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and all of the good stuff. And again, greens are really easy to get into your diet. You can do this a lot of different ways. I mean, one of my personal favorites is to take some greens and simply saute them with some garlic and olive oil. I love taking sauteed greens and mixing them in with some spaghetti squash or pasta. You can top your favorite soups with leafy greens, or you could just enjoy them in any of your favorite salads. I mean, one of my favorite ways to really sneak them in very easily is to take a handful of baby kale or baby spinach, both are very mild, and add them to your favorite smoothie. You won't even know that they are in there, but you can feel good knowing that you snuck some greens into your meal. Number 8 on our list, some people love them, other people hate them. Personally, I am a big fan, and that is good old-fashioned rolled oats. They are a classic fiber-rich staple. And here's the deal, a half a cup of dried oats gives you about 4 grams of fiber, which on its own isn't like over the top impressive, but usually when you put your oatmeal into context, meaning when you build a meal with it, it's very easy to use as the base of a high fiber meal and then build on top of that. So for instance, you might top your oats with some fresh berries and a spoonful of chia seeds or your favorite nuts, and suddenly you have a super simple, satisfying meal that can deliver up to 10 grams of fiber just like that. You can also use them to make overnight oats, which are really delicious and super versatile. Use them to make energy balls or energy bites, or just add them to your favorite cookies or sweet treats. There's really so many options. Oats are both inexpensive and extremely versatile. Okay, number 9, while we're on the topic of whole grains, we have to talk about quinoa, which technically is not a grain, it's a seed, but it cooks and it eats like a grain, so most people just group it with grains. Quinoa is loaded with nutrition. 1 cup of cooked quinoa has 5 grams of fiber, 8 grams of protein, and it's naturally gluten-free. And because quinoa is a seed, it cooks much faster than traditional whole grains. If you want to make quinoa, all you have to do is combine 1 cup of quinoa with 2 cups of water in a small pot, bring it up to a boil, then you're going to reduce the heat, pop on the lid, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. It's just that easy. And quinoa can also be used in a variety of ways. You could use it as a simple side dish. You could add it to salads or to stews. Some people make breakfast bowls with quinoa, but personally, I love to use quinoa to make a bunch of different types of quinoa salads. I have an easy Greek quinoa salad that is to die for, a quinoa and kale salad, and then my absolute favorite is a beet and quinoa salad that uses both the beet root and the greens. And the 10th and final high fiber food that I enjoy on a weekly basis, and quick side note, this is definitely not an all-inclusive list, is sweet potatoes. 1 small to medium-sized sweet potato, which is about 150 grams, delivers 5 grams of fiber, and it's also loaded with vitamins A and vitamin C. And do I even need to tell you how delicious sweet potatoes are? I mean, I know a lot of people eat them in the autumn and winter months, but personally, I enjoy them all year round. Sometimes I'll bake them whole and then we'll add our favorite toppings. I love to cut them into chunks and then have them as a Head Start ingredient to add to bowls, into egg scrambles in the morning. And if you haven't tried them yet, there's seriously nothing more delicious than my perfectly spiced sweet potato wedges. They are so good and so addictive. So as you can see, with a little bit of mindfulness and intention, it can be very easy to increase your daily fiber intake because, my friends, I am telling you, fiber is not a fad. It is a foundational piece of a healthy, balanced diet that's going to support you in feeling really good and can also help to support your weight loss goals or in simply to maintain a healthy weight. So the next time you're building your meal, you just want to ask yourself, how can I work a little bit more fiber onto my plate? And the best news is the answer is going to be including more of these delicious, nutritious, whole food options into your day. So it's really like a win-win. So now I am, of course, curious, what are some of your favorite fiber-rich foods that you eat on a daily or a weekly basis? Come on down to the comment section below and please do share. Thanks again to today's sponsor, LMNT. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried their new limited time lemonade salt flavor yet, you're gonna wanna do that ASAP because it is so good. And I've got a link for you down in the description box below. And if you're looking for some healthy, protein-packed breakfast ideas to start your day, then you're definitely gonna wanna watch this video next because I've got some of my favorites right over here.